Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a reaction. Yes, you've heard it right. Don't get used to it. But a lot of you guys have been sending me this video about distortion being used on harp. As you guys might know, and if you don't know already, I am a harpist. I play the electric harp you see behind me, and distortion and metal and electric harp stuff is kind of my cup of tea. So today I'm going to be reacting to this video of a harpist, and she basically is testing the heaviest distortion pedal she could find on her pedal and her lever harp, I think. Let's get started.
I'm here with Nepenthes by Electro Foods, and this is legitimately the heaviest distortion I could find. Finding a good overdrive or fuzz pedal to use with harp is kind of difficult because the harp is so resonant. Every harp resonates differently, so I have two harps here that we're going to test out with Nepenthes today. My big boy, the pedal harp, and my small boy, the lever harp.
Cool. I just want to add to that because it's really interesting. She says the harp resonates a lot. That is an understatement, guys. The harp, if you pull one string, the whole harp is going to vibrate. And the thing is, when you play guitar with distortion, you have to be really careful to mute the strings so that you don't get like all the sounds together. Otherwise it just sounds completely awful. But I have tested distortion on my harp, and trust me, it requires a whole other way of playing. It's just for it to sound kind of acceptable. And so, yeah, basically, like, you get all of those, all the strings moving at the same time and creating that big cluster of noise, which is not exactly pleasant. And so I'm very curious to know how it's going to sound on her harps, because she's using acoustic harps. Mine here is an electric harp, so it doesn't have a case. So, like, everything that goes through it, it's like an electric guitar. Everything that goes through the cable basically gets distorted, or it might sound quite different on her harp. We'll see.
This might get a little crazy since there's no way to really palm mute the harp, but we're gonna have fun today.
Yeah. I think what she's doing right now actually sounds better than a lot of things I've tested with my harp already. You can kind of hear that since like all the strings are vibrating, it's a very dense sound, unlike the electric guitar. And also, like, just noting that right now she's playing chord notes. So I think that she's playing an F chord and an A chord. I don't really know like what key she's in at the moment. It doesn't matter, but all her levers are down. But basically, it makes it so that it sounds a little bit better also. But as soon as you would start playing a melody or something a little bit more complex, I feel like everything just like together basically. But this sounds kind of good to me. That's as good as I've heard it sound, I think. I've not tried it in a while, but I just remember testing things out and being like, okay, this is really difficult. That's very clustery. like, as you can probably tell, like, it's very interesting as an effect, but I don't know if you can play, like, harp parts and, yeah, it's more like an effect. Like, I would use that for, like, theatrical music or cinematic music or something like that to create kind of an impact or something very, like, write music that's kind of less based on notes and more based on tone, because the tone is basically taking all of the space here. There's not that much space left for like notes or like it's so dense of a sound that even if she's playing only 2 chords, it sounds like already like so full. I don't know if you guys kind of see what I'm trying to mean here, but like I could hardly see a regular, like, for instance, playing a I don't know, like a folk song and just adding distortion. It doesn't work like that. You need to like write music that is specifically designed to work with this sound. You know what I mean? So it's very specific, and it doesn't fit everywhere for sure. But I find it kind of interesting also. Sorry, this is more metal than metal, right? Is it me or... Ooh, this is harsh. In the right context, yeah. Look at her. I think this face was speaking to my soul. Amazing. It's really cool to test things like that. I don't really know in what context that would be very usable. Like, I'm sure that in the, like, used in the right context, that would be really, really cool. Like, there's so much potential in that. It's just kind of finding out where, you know? I like that. Okay. Wow. Okay. I like this ending. I didn't think of using like erasers and cutting them like that between my strings because see, it prevents the strings from vibrating too much. And so it would prevent a significant amount of these sympathetic resonances that go with the harp when all the strings are vibrating, but still allow playing those strings and kind of contain the tone a little bit better. And so it's something that I might actually try with distortion. It's one of my plans to use distortion and really heavy effects in my music, and I write kind of symphonic metal music and acoustic music. It's kind of a mix of both together, I think. And I really want to include that in my compositions in the future and really use as much as of the harp as possible, and maybe even replace the bass and the guitar with the harp. That would be like my ultimate dream. That's like my dream music would be to find a way to make that work, but I have not been able to find a way to make that work and make it sound good yet. That's an incredibly cool idea that she had. I'm sure other harpists have done that, but I've just never seen that. And so thank you so much, so much for your eraser idea. I will probably take that and run with it and try some stuff. I would really recommend you guys go and follow Emily's channel because I think her content is really fantastic. And Emily, if you're watching this video, get in touch with me. Let's do a collab or something. I don't know, but I find that really cool. I'm happy to see another harpist kind of trying to go in that heavier direction with harp because I feel there's so much unused potential, and it makes me really happy to see that. Thank you so much, guys. And I have another reaction for you that I want to record, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be another harp reaction. All right, take care. Bye.